Freedoms, greetings, Helldivers. Ervin here to tell you everything you need to know about the Meridian anomaly and how its movement is calculated in Helldivers 2. This is a video I've been meaning to make for a while, but in light of our new major orders deployed today, I thought it would be the perfect time to spread this information as far and wide as physically possible, due to it being imperative as many of our Helldivers as possible hear this information if we are to be successful in this new order. So listen up, lock in, and let's get into it. Thanks to the Miracle Day event, we were successful in our defense of the feeble young adults who then shortly after enlisted into the Helldivers. One such feeble young adult was quoted stating, "Even though my arms are too weak to wield a weapon, I will use the strength in my heart to carry the flag." We also protected Dumatir thanks to the Miracle Day securing the gas mines addition to our arsenal. But directly off the back of this victory has come a full scale invasion from the Automaton Menace, while the Illuminate continue to attack the southern quarter of the galaxy in an attempt to continue pushing the Meridian anomaly towards Super Earth through their accumulation of dark energy. This major order has tasked us with continuing to defend Clarel's deep mantle forge from the automatons, all while defending against 8 different attacks from the Illuminate. The Illuminate defenses part of this order, though, are potentially a complete bait due to how its movement is actually calculated. And this new major order is going to force a level of coordination and understanding of the game's mechanics never before seen by our Helldivers if we are to be successful. So let's talk about why the Illuminate defenses might be a bait depending on the circumstances going forward. Thanks to my community's Ministry of Science Division members, Carlos and Raw Beef, we have a deep understanding of the Meridia Anomaly's mechanics to share with you today, giving us the opportunity to be successful in this major order. Despite what the major orders imply, Meridia has not changed its speed whatsoever. It's continuing at the same pace it always has. You see, the speed Meridia is moving at is determined proportionally based on the amount of dark energy accumulated with the maximum possible speed determined and adjusted directly by Joel. Every Illuminate invasion produces up to 12% dark energy, producing 1% per hour across its 12-hour duration. This means that defending planets from the Illuminate quickly can drastically reduce the amount of dark energy being produced. But defending an Illuminate invasion with only 1 hour remaining does virtually nothing to prevent Meridia's movement, as 11 dark energy will still have been produced out of the 12, regardless of the successful defense. This means it's extremely important that all defenses against the Illuminate we commit to are in fact committed to in mass. If we half ass these defenses, it's going to continue to result in a ton of wasted effort that could have instead been committed to the automatons. It's also the reason the Eagle Storm tactical action does not freeze the defense timer on Illuminate invasions, as if it did, it would only serve to grief us by allowing the Illuminate to continue building dark energy on the planet for a longer period of time while distracting our forces away from other battles. Now, this might seem like a pretty good reason to favor the automaton side of the conflict over the Illuminate, as half assing those defenses results in a lot of wasted effort from our player base. But this next bit of info really blows the doors open on how you should be interacting with this faction. The biggest reason Illuminate invasions can actually be a bait is the dark energy, which determines how fast Meridia moves, actually decays over time. This decay rate is set at 1.1% decay per hour, meaning when the Illuminate only have one ongoing attack against us, they're actually still losing 0.1% dark energy per hour. This means answering a singular attack from the Illuminate is a completely pointless waste of resources. We can see a great example of this in game currently, as 17,000 of our Helldivers who do not know this crucial information are currently wasting their efforts by deflecting the single attack on Seshia, even though one ongoing attack is insufficient to actually move Meridia forward at all. Only when there are two attacks ongoing does Meridia gain dark energy at a rate of 0.9% per hour through the decay rate. and 1.9% per hour if the Illuminate managed to get 3 ongoing attacks. In the scenario where 2 attacks or more are ongoing, we need to choose one defense and strike decisively, winning out the defense early in the 12-hour cycle. If we split our defenses and only barely win several defenses, like in our previous example, we'll have accomplished next to nothing in reality, as the majority of the dark energy will still have been produced moving Meridia forward. While cutting down a single invasion early on in the case of having 2 or more ongoing attacks would reduce the dark energy accumulation below the decay rate, causing Meridia to halt, rendering the second attack useless. So when it comes to these invasions, a win is not, in fact, a win here. We must strike decisively and early on in these invasions, and only when there are 2 or more ongoing. Otherwise, any other effort will be better spent repelling the automaton invasions. It's also worth noting that despite Meridia being on course to destroy Moradesh, like it did to Angel's Venture, its current average velocity suggests this event is still 3 weeks away, further adding credibility to the idea we should be focusing the automaton side of this major order over the Illuminate, as the automatons getting the Deep Mantle Forge has long since suggested it will give them the resources needed to build several unreleased, dangerous new units and deploy them to the battlefield. While the Illuminate are only a concern of ours in reality when they deploy 2 or more attacks at the same time, as one attack is in reality not progressing the black hole forward at all. Hopefully, that has gotten everyone up to speed on how Meridia's movement is calculated, how and when we should address the Illuminate invasions, and made it clear how we should proceed with the current major order generally going forward. Specifically, we are defending Clarel directly currently. While it would be better to gambit Vog Sojoth instead, the mass of our forces has decided to defend Clarel directly, meaning we should follow that majority even if the plan is not optimal. If you found this video helpful, then I would appreciate it if you leave a like on it and help me spread this video as far and wide as possible to educate as many of our troops as we can of this vital mechanical information. As the more Helldivers who know how this all works, the more coordinated and intelligent our decisions will be in the Galactic War going forward. If you have any questions about how the Galactic War works, how we should proceed during this complicated major order going forward, or want to weigh in on the decision making, hop into the Ghost Divers community Discord linked below. We're one of the largest Helldivers communities in the galaxy at 8,000 members and been around since the game began. There's an ongoing constant discussion going on in regards to the Galactic War, as well as an operational orders channel where all of that deliberation turns into easy to follow orders as far as what our community is currently doing for the war effort. Thank you to my coffee supporters who help keep the channel going, and thank you for watching till the end. I'll see you next time. Ouch.